Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news begins now.
Well, it was a busy night for fire crews in Hobart's eastern shore, battling a blaze burning through bush in the hills above Clarendon Vale. Crews rushed to Diana Circle just before 9:30 last night. Large flames could be seen billowing, with winds pushing the smell of smoke into the surrounding area. The cause of the fire is still being determined, and anyone with information should come forward. Part of the Midlands has been hit by an earthquake, the 2.5 tremor striking east of Campbelltown near Lake Leak just after 2 o'clock this afternoon. According to Geoscience Australia, the quake hit at a depth of 10 kilometres. Thousands this morning pounded the pavement across Hobart's northern suburbs for the 42nd Cadbury Marathon. While many competitors battled it out to cross the finish line in the fastest time, one runner took the chance to break an unusual world record.
42 kilometres of emotion from the runner's high.
Enjoyed the course, enjoyed the support out there.
To sweet relief.
Yeah, that was hard. I'm not doing another road marathon. I'm good now.
A record 2,000 runners taking part in this year's Cadbury Marathon, world-class and amateur athletes streaming out of Claremont.
Great to see so many people coming out and supporting it.
Those not brave enough to tackle the gruelling full marathon opting for the half, 10 or 5k. Mainland runner Fraser Darcy crossing the line first in under 2 hours.
Just to come down here and challenge for the win. You never know who's going to rock up at these events. I knew I'd be competitive.
Toby Sparks doubling his efforts, getting runner-up for a second year in a row.
It must be a curse or a blessing. I was hanging around sort of in the pack for a little while and thought I'd lost second, but had a chase in the end.
Pint-sized athletes also pounding the pavement in the mini marathon, with young gun Paddy Wise taking out first place.
How do you feel after winning the mini marathon? 1, exhausted, and 2, happy.
Many travelling from far and wide for the challenge.
It'd be in the 400 or 500 mark for people who've come to Tasmania just to run the Cadbury Marathon.
And if running a marathon wasn't hard enough, interstate competitor Dan Kamak was fearsome in his footwear choice.
Having a look on the website, different marathon records to break, and I saw the Crocs one and I thought, okay, I reckon I could do that.
And break the record he did, crossing the line in 2 hours and 49 minutes, claiming the unofficial world record for the fastest time running a marathon wearing Crocs.
I'm definitely not doing another marathon in Crocs.
Rebecca Gadaneris, 7 Tasmania News.
A true Tassie tennis talent has been honoured on the final day of the Hobart International Competition. Angie Cunningham posthumously inducted into the Hall of Fame. While the event wraps up for another year, Angie's legacy lives on.
Overlooking a very special mural, the family of Angie Cunningham arriving ahead of a momentous day.
I think it's quite a good, nice tribute to Mum and what Tassie meant to her as well, and how it was where she started.
Her love for the game today honoured with this trophy. Angie inducted into Tasmania's Tennis Hall of Fame on the last day of the Hobart International after losing her 4-year battle with motor neuron disease in 2016. But her legacy lives on and off the court.
Seeing the support that has been garnered for Fight MND over the last 10 years has meant the world to the family and to all those affected by MND.
Discovered at just 12 years old, she went on to achieve a junior world number 2 ranking, also competing in the first ever Hobart International tournament in 1994. Her iconic story setting the precedents for future nominees.
To be able to honour not just players but also coaches and administrators and those that have assisted to help grow our sport, raise the profile of our sport.
It's quite the process to be part of Tasmania's Tennis Hall of Fame, with nominees needing to exhibit both fair and ethical behaviour on and off the court, and of course call Tasmania their home. And while the Hobart International has now wrapped up, MND continues to prove a tough opponent.
Every dollar counts for us in the fight against MND.
Ruby Cairns, 7 Tasmania News.
It's already being hailed the Jack Jumpers' best home game in history, a heart-stopping win in an overtime thriller. Despite coming off a week which could have spelled serious trouble, the Jackies pulled off the ultimate come-from-behind triumph.
1 point down with just seconds to go, the Jackies handed a last-minute lifeline.
Tassie ball, Majuk, dang! Oh, goes around and out, Doyle,
Milton Doyle tipping it in with just 0.2 seconds left on the clock.
The Jack Jumpers, they may have been down, but they are never out.
Sending Scott Roth wild.
And have a look at what it means to Scott Roth. Bloody good. How good.
Probably one of the greatest games I've ever been a part of, to be quite honest with you. And without question, the best home game ever here in this building.
The Miracle overtime win, a remarkable turnaround. Down 14 points early in the third quarter and trailing by 7 with just a minute to go. Majuk Deng came in clutch, this three-pointer sending the game into extra time.
Game to tie! Oh! Majuk Deng!
I trust my shot. I work. I've been working for that for a long time.
These guys just continue to just show up and fight and scrap and adversity and obstacles and things that go through a season.
Capping off a week which could have seen many count the Jackies out. Back-to-back losses and a season-ending injury for star guard Sean McDonald.
Shawnee was a big blow to us. He's a huge factor of what we planned this season for him, and we rallied around him.
To now in pole position to stay put in the top 6. Victoria Easto, 7 Tasmania News.
And the cane train has reached the top of the table after a remarkable run chase against the Sydney Thunder. Another Tim David masterclass with the bat, handing the Hurricanes a 6-wicket win with 19 balls to spare. David smashing 68 from just 38 balls, blasting 6 sixes and 4 fours.
That's the next one.
Well, that can be fetched from the car park just about. Goodness me.
The victory not all good news for the Canes though, who will be sweating on the fitness of Ben McDermott. The Canes punishing top order batter grabbed his hamstring while fielding in the 18th over and was pushed down the order as a precaution. To the final day of the Hobart International, and world number 8 Elise Mertens was unable to overcome a strong performance by the USA's McCartney Kessler, the Belgian losing 2-1.
Completely outgunning her Belgian opponent today. She came, she conquered on debut.
Kessler presented the Angie Cunningham Trophy in front of large crowds at the Hobart Tennis Centre. Well, that's all in sport. Kaya Wicks has all the weather details after the break.
Good evening. I hope you've managed to stay cool today. Hobart warming to 31 degrees, 27 recorded in Launceston, Devonport 25 and 21 at Burnie. It was 30 at Grove and Bushy Park, not far behind in Strawn with 29, 25 on Flinders Island. We saw 24 on King Island, St Helens and at Friendly Beaches. 23 at Smithton and Marai Island, Lowhead 22 and a little cooler in Laiwini with 16 degrees. Cloud was seen clearing during the south this morning with low cloud in the north and some sea fog over Bass Strait. A band of cloud with embedded thunderstorms passed along the eastern coast of the mainland, associated with a trough. Tomorrow, a high will develop to the southwest of the state. A broad area of low pressure lies over the mainland, extending south to the west of Tasmania. To coastal waters now, winds in the west variable below 10 knots, east to northeasterly winds 15 to 25 knots, becoming variable in the north in the afternoon with southwesterly swells at 2 metres. A shower or two and possible storms on the way for the south tomorrow. Hobart remaining warm though with 27, 28 in Richmond and 30 degrees at Ooze. Launceston 27 with possible storms and perhaps a shower or two. A couple of showers in Devonport 23. Possible storms extending to Deloraine with 24 the maximum. Cloudy in Burnie 23. Maybe some showers in Strawn 24. A cloudy day at Curry with 24 also. Heavy falls and possible storms for St Helens 23. Similar conditions in Swansea 26. 26 also on Whitemark with partly cloudy skies there. Monday, showers with possible afternoon thunderstorms contracting to the east. Isolated showers easing and contracting to the north during the evening on Tuesday. And statewide showers on Wednesday, but they'll increase throughout the day. Forecast now for Sunday. Sunny in Adelaide tomorrow, 33. A couple of showers in Sydney, 28. A fine and sunny day in Perth with 28 degrees. And here are our current conditions right now. Well, Michael, I'm on the hunt for a glazier now for the third time in a row. I've just been informed a cricket ball has gone through another window at home, but this time I can't blame my son or the weather. It was indeed my husband.
Well, I've got a word of advice for Daniel. There are a few roads out of town. Pick one and go now, believe me. Well, that's all your news for now. I'll be back tomorrow night. Thanks for joining us. Good night.